All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Definitely. I always look forward to
Me
these.
too, especially this one. Today, we're going deep into the world of David Schwartz.
CTO of Ripple. Been curious about him for a while now.
Same here. And, usually we're stuck with company bios, those dry about pages, but
We're going off script, right? Straight to the source.
exactly, we're diving into his X feed, his old tweets. You really get a sense of someone when it's their words, you know?
Totally agree. Plus, this isn't just some random tech guy who discovered tweeting yesterday.
Oh, no, this is old school X. He joined back in '09, April 2009.
Dinosaur times. Hard to even imagine. And he's got what, like 500,000 followers now? Just from, I guess, thinking out loud?
Over 500,000, yeah. So we know he's the CTO of Ripple. We know he helped create the XRP ledger.
Right. The tech stuff, that's easy to find.
But his bio, it also mentions improving global settlement with blockchain tech. And honestly, that can mean anything.
It's a bit vague, yeah. A lot of people say they want to improve things with blockchain.
Exactly. So what's AG actually saying about it? When he's just talking to people?
All right, so let's get into it. The global settlement thing.
Hmm.
It's actually pretty crucial.
Okay, I'll bite. What is it?
It's basically how money moves around the world. You buy something online from, say, Europe, or you send money to family overseas.
Gotcha. So it's happening all the time. I never think about it.
Most people don't. But behind the scenes, it's these systems. They're slow, they're expensive.
Sounds inefficient.
Yeah, and kind of opaque. You don't always know where your money's going, how long it'll take.
And Schwartz thinks blockchain fixes this.
He does. He argues that it can make these global payments faster, cheaper, way more transparent, like upgrading the entire plumbing system.
Okay, I'm starting to see why we're looking at his X then. This isn't just about, the tech itself.
Right. It's bigger. It's about how that tech actually impacts, the real world, the global economy.
So does he just say blockchain fixes everything?
Actually, no. And that's what I find refreshing. He's not naive about the challenges. There's this one post from June.
In June of this year.
Yeah, June 2024. He argues that the biggest hurdle for blockchain isn't even the tech itself. It's regulation. Or rather, the lack of clarity around it.
So he's not anti-regulation.
Not at all. In fact, he says, and I quote, "Uncertainty is a bigger innovation killer than regulation."
Interesting, because you usually hear the opposite, right? Tech just wants to be left alone.
And that's why digging into his actual words is so revealing. He's pro-blockchain, obviously, but he's not, wearing blinders.
He sees the whole picture.
Exactly. He's calling for collaboration, innovators, regulators, financial institutions, everyone. He wants to work within the system.
Okay, so not an ideologue, more of a pragmatist.
100%. He sees the potential of blockchain, but he also gets that making it work means dealing with the real world, messy as it is.
And does he ever, get into the weeds, technically speaking?
Oh, for sure. But even then, it's fascinating. There was this one post, I think it was back in May. He was breaking down how the XRP ledger handles concurrency.
Concurrency.
Basically, how it processes tons of transactions at the same time without, exploding.
Right. And I'm guessing this is pretty technical stuff.
Yeah, but even I could follow it. And I'm more on the policy side, not a coder. He has a knack for making the complex understandable.
I like that in a tech person. Okay, so we've talked a lot about him, but if you had to sum up, what's David Schwartz's big vision for finance, for the future, all of it?
That's a good question. Based on his X, it's definitely about using technology to improve things, but with a deep understanding of the human element.
The human element. I like that.
Yeah. He gets that it's not enough to build cool tech. You need the regulation, the collaboration, even just clear communication to make it actually work for people.
Which honestly is what we try to do on the show. Connect those dots.
Totally. Because otherwise you see CTO of Ripple and you think, oh, another tech guy with opinions. But it's deeper than that.
Way deeper. His X is like a masterclass in thinking critically about tech, finance, how it all fits together.
A masterclass you can attend for free anytime. Just hit that follow button.
Exactly. Okay, but before we go, this whole conversation, it's got me wondering, you know how everyone's talking about central bank digital currencies now?
CBDCs, yeah, they're everywhere.
So given everything we've just discussed, what do you think Schwartz would say about them?
Ooh, good question. Is he pro-CBDC? Against them? Does he see them as competition, as a partner to what Ripple's doing?
Or maybe, just maybe, it's something in between.